What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another installment of the Never Seen It series. I created this when movie theaters shut down, and all these Blu-rays that have been stacking up that I have never been watching, I decided let's go through them, give them a watch, and I'll give you my quick feedback, and we have a lot. We have a lot to go through this week, so let's not waste any more time. Hit the red subscribe and like down below if you enjoy content like this. Let's get started. Okay, first up, Fighting with My Family, based on the true story of Paige in the WWE, a big-time wrestler. Wrestling is in her blood, in her family's blood. This came out, 2 years ago now? Produced by The Rock. He's in it in a supporting role. Florence Pugh is the leading actress. I had a great time with this. It's highly enjoyable. Liked it, loved it, buy it, watch it. All right. Next, we have Focus from the Dollar Store, which I was actually impressed with this Dollar Store buy. It's a really great movie with Margot Robbie and Will Smith. They play con artists. Will Smith kind of has this con artist operation going. He invites Margot Robbie to be involved, and then they get involved, and I do enjoy their chemistry, if you know what I mean. So if you've not seen Focus, pick that one up. That is definitely worth it. Now we have something I was not so thrilled with. Believe it or not, The Graduate. And I know a lot of you are probably going to be surprised, but I'm not sure. I don't think this was my cup of tea. I fell asleep during it. I don't know if I was bored or just tired. I'm probably going to give it a rewatch, not anytime soon, but I will rewatch this eventually. I just wasn't a fan of the plot line. Now, granted, he sleeps with Mrs. Robinson, one of his parents' friends that they've known forever, that she's known him since he was like a little kid, so it's weird in that aspect. But anyway, he falls in love with the daughter of Mrs. Robinson after like a day or something, after like one date. I don't know. It just seemed impossible for something like this to happen. And I would rather they explored the idea of him falling in love with Mrs. Robinson, because obviously she's married and this is just a fling for her. This is fun with no attachment. Maybe if he got attached, that's something I would rather see, but I don't know. Not anytime soon. Okay. American Psycho, up next. Christian Bale. He was 24 years old when he did this movie, believe it or not. And I gotta say, I can't believe I've never seen this before. It's a very culty, classic movie. I'm kind of veering more towards watching those these days. But I gotta say, he plays a Wall Street yuppie in the 80s, obsessed with perfection. His body, his apartment, looks, business cards, everything has to be perfect. However, at the end of the day, he likes to murder and rape. And for some reason, we don't know if this is all in his head or if he's actually doing it. That's the lingering question throughout the entire movie. And it leaves you on that cliffhanger of you thinking, is he doing this or is he just imagining it? And it also co-stars Reese Witherspoon as his girlfriend, which I didn't really like her in this part, only because I believe it was a waste of her talent, because the part of the girlfriend isn't significant in any way. She's only there as like a place filler, kind of. So I think any actress could have been cast, and I didn't really like Reese in that part. But other than that, I highly enjoyed American Psycho, and I will watch that again. If anything, just to see Christian Bale's butt again. Whew, fantastic. All right, let's get to this. I know these movies have a lot of fans. The third installment is coming out tomorrow, but no, not me. I did not enjoy the Bill and Ted movies. These are dumb, guys. This is just dumb. I understand the appeal of the third. I get it. It's the reunion of Keanu and Alex Winter. It's so many years later. However, the storyline for these, the plot, the story, the script, the special effects are just awful. And I know the time period was not at its best for putting out quality movies, but man, these were bad. These were just bad. I don't even know if I'm ever going to watch them again. I don't know if I want to watch them again. Let me know your opinion down below with Bill and Ted. What do you think about? Do you enjoy them or do you hate them? Now, here is my surprise of the week, okay? Now, I have heard bad things about this movie. It's dumb. It's stupid. but I actually highly enjoyed it. What do you think it is? Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. This is loosely based on an actual event that happened. These two brothers put out a classified ad wanting to bring girls to their sister's wedding. It's thundering and lightning here if you hear that. Anyway, so loosely based on a true story. I was laughing my ass off with this movie. This is how you do dumb comedy right. Okay, that is, and you know what? The best part is it was $1. I got it at the Dollar Tree, and that's the best thing. It was only $1. And I gotta say, my favorite scenes were with Kumail Nanjiani. I didn't even know he was in it. When he popped up, I laughed, and when he did his scenes, I laughed even harder. So Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. It's a good watch. It's a good watch if you want to laugh your ass off. Okay. Now let's get to Snatch. I fell asleep. Honestly, I fell asleep. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of this movie. I couldn't even tell you what it's about. Yes, it does have my man Jason Statham in it, but I gotta be honest with you. To me, this movie was all over the place. I probably fell asleep about half an hour, 45 minutes in maybe. And I didn't like it. I do not like this movie. I don't know if I'm going to give it another chance. You can't understand what Brad Pitt is saying because his accent is so thick. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. Irish? Scottish? I have no idea. And I had on closed captioning. And I still couldn't understand what he was saying with the help, the visual help in front of me. It was awful. Truly awful. Like, I did not like this at all. Is there anyone else out there that agrees with me that they don't like Snatch? Sorry. So Snatch and The Graduate, not good choices. Not good choices. All right, now let's get to a couple DVDs. Yes, I do have DVDs, even though I don't really buy them anymore. I try to avoid. All right. Another movie that tanked for me this week. Take This Waltz. Michelle Williams. I got this at the dollar store. Michelle Williams, Seth Rogen. I like them both, especially Michelle Williams. She's so incredibly talented. I thought, yeah, I'm going to love this movie. They play a married couple, but apparently she's tempted by another guy that she meets. And, you know, you can only imagine what happens. It goes from there. But what really irritated me was that knowing that she is attracted to this man, she puts herself in the situations knowing that what she's doing is wrong and it's not okay. That's what annoyed me the most. But then they weren't really doing anything in the movie, her and this other dude. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're going to show a story of unrequited love, and maybe they are in love, but they don't do anything about it. Okay, she's going to stay married. No, that's not what happens either. It's just, I didn't like this one. I did not enjoy this at all. The chemistry between her and Seth Rogen is non-existent. And considering that they're playing a married couple, you got to have some chemistry. So, in my opinion, Seth Rogen was the miscast one, because if you're going to have someone have Michelle Williams, cast somebody else. So, this was a no-go, but at least it was only $1, so that's a plus side for me. All right, now let's get into probably the two movies that I enjoyed the most in this recent pile. We'll start with The Shallows with Blake Lively. Now, I don't normally gravitate towards shark movies, but with this one, I was highly entertained by this. Although she does do some stupid things. I will say that. Don't go surfing alone where you don't even know where you are. Okay, that was dumb. Especially when you're in a foreign country, you don't know where you are, in a location you've never been before, and you're leaving all your stuff on shore by yourself. That was idiotic. However, the rest of the movie, where she has to survive and figure everything out, that's where I enjoyed it. And honestly, it does make you think, if I was trapped in this situation, would I live? I know I wouldn't. I would be dead. So kudos to Blake Lively for surviving in The Shallows. If you haven't seen it, sorry, I gave it away. Okay, now let's get to the movie I watched last night. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, a classic. Yes, it's all in black and white. If you have not seen this, guys, please watch this. It is Joan Crawford and Bette Davis, two of our greatest actresses of all time. And I know Joan Crawford did some shitty things in her real life, okay? Mommy dearest and everything. But if you put that aside and just look at her acting ability, these two powerhouses are unbelievable in this movie. They play sisters. Bette Davis is crazy. She plays Baby Jane, a child star that loses her appeal, and her sister, played by Joan Crawford, she becomes a movie star and everyone loves her. Jealousy. I think the term sibling rivalry was invented because of this film. I really, really do. There's an accident. It's just so much. There's so much goodness in this film, and the acting is incredible. The direction is great. It is over 2 hours, but hell, it is highly, highly entertaining. It's one of those classics you need to watch and you should have in your collection. So that is everything that I have watched a little bit over a week now. But man, I highly enjoyed all these picks this week, except for, The Graduate and Snatch. Those could have gone, but the other ones were rock solid. Let me know down below which new Blu-rays have you been watching lately. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.